Well, hi everybody. I wasn't planning to do this video, to be honest, or any video at the moment, but didn't have. I thought I didn't have anything to do. But anyway, I have something here that might be interesting. Uh, um, and this is for anybody who um, don't have the money to go and spend money on tools. Well, have afraid has some options, and I hear some bad rap about a few dirt tools, and it is what it is. You pay for what you get for you get for what you pay. So, and but if you have the money, wonderful. Um, People like me, I can spend $20 on a planner, um, but I cannot spend 60. So maybe later on I can spend 60, but not right now. So I'm trying to show you that it's possible to actually, with $20, you can, with a $20 planner, you can do some real nice work. Maybe not to perfection, but um, anyway, I don't know how this video is going to come up because I don't have a tripod to film on this altitude, this height. But I want to show you, and let me turn this around. Maybe I put my hand into it. Anyway, let me turn it around and I show you what I'm talking about. All right, so this is what I'm talking about. This deal that you get on Harbor Freight for like $17, $20, come with two planners, and one is an imitation of a I understand of some other brand that has been for years, and it's very, very good. I really don't remember right now. Forgive me about my age. If I remember in the video, I will name it. But it's the imitation of some good brand. And of course, it's not done. It wasn't done perfect. It's made by in China, and they left a lot of stuff behind to do. And but with a good sharpening, you can actually get a wonderful work. And that I'm doing this. This is polywood that I'm trying to straighten up, and I'm gonna kind of glue it together. So together with a bunch that I got here. So I'm trying to make it even, and I was using this thing right here that I made, but it always doesn't really make it. I don't have it calibrated right, so I have to finish it with this. And but anyway, let me see if I can show you how this thing works. So let's try one more shot. Like I say, I don't have a tripod that I can use, but let's see if we can do it right here. So here we go. I done another one before about this, showing you what I'm doing here. Sorry enough, I didn't. All right. Anyway, so let's see if we can. So there he is. There he is. Just cut it out of there. Yeah. As you can see, he does a very good job. And like I said again, I don't. I want you to think that I'm trying to sell you something that's not it. There he is. cannot get the electric to give me a good charge. I can't understand why. There's probably a lot of adjustments, and some more to do here. Yes. Alright, so that's pretty much what it is. Like I said again, and you can see it's a clean cut. You know, it picks up a little bit under there, but it's not really that bad. So let's see again. Oh wow, this one is pretty good. All right, so I can actually come out with something, you know, make this tool work. I'm gonna be honest to you, I I did some very good sharpening on this. This blade had to be resharpened front and back. The angle that comes from manufacturer it says 25, but it's not. And and I'm using a special type of sharpening, which is two angles on the end of the blade, which is right here. I got two different angles. I got 25, and then I got a small 30 at the edge. And this thing right here, which is the I can't remember the name. Here we go, back again with my memory. So this blade that sits on top of the blade, I have to reset it, and it come out pretty good. But if you don't reset it and you don't make a very better angle on the edge right here together to the edge, what's going to happen is that this is going to get under in between the blade and this blade, and this is not going to work. So very important, this has to be flatted on the side, right on the front where you're going to work about that much. From the front needs to be real flat shape. You know, I sharp mine with I start with a 400, then I go to 1,000, 3,000, then I go to 8,000, and then I use a leather piece to, you know, finish the sharpening, the setting of the blade. This thing had to be reholed a little bit here because it wasn't keep it staying very well in there. But it's not about tool. I mean, it's a $20 tool, but you can actually, as you can see, you can make it work. And it came with this right here, which again, I did some sharpening on it, and it's a toy for small little things, but it works. It actually, believe it or not, does the same type of work. It's all depending on the sharpening, you know, on the sharpening of the tool. All right, so talking about the hand planer again, here's the thing kind of taken apart, and the seat's pretty good. You know, it's pretty much the same as the good brand, and Stanley. I think that's the one that this is the copy from, and everything else is pretty much just same thing. It's just you know, it's not finished very well. If you compare one with the other, right beside the other, you're gonna see a lot of this is not finished. It's like needs work, you know. So is this right here. This is what you get. You get this cheaper blade, and of course the blade for cutting. Now I want to emphasize that, of course, the most important part is it's I got having a problem anyway. The most important part of this thing is, you know, this part right here. This has to be completely flat. And when I'm talking about flat, it means flat, not the whole thing. This area right there, you know. So you need to round this on the stone until it gets real, you gotta have an edge real flat in there. Now I'm using two different edges. I don't know if you can see it in there. Let's see. Get some light here. Yeah, there's two edges. There's one in here and then there's one on the front. This is 25, the one on the front is 30. And the reason why is because you don't want to have everything on 25. And the reason why is otherwise this way you get better strength when when you're working with it. Anyway, so I'm doing some work over here with it. This other gizmo here, really important. This has to be real flat right here. And you see, this is going to push down. It's going to push with this plate, and by itself with the screw is going to push down. So if this is done in the wrong way, what's happening is the end right here, when it press, it will go up instead of go down. And it needs to be down and stay down like this, not going up like that, because in that what's going to happen is if you don't, you're going to have material getting under between the blade and the chipper, and so chipper blade. So you don't want to do that. So you got to get this really plain and sharp, so it sits real good right there, with no space in between. I use a 400 stone, water stone, and then I go to a 1000, then 3000, and then 8000 at the end, and then I grab a piece of rawhide leather, and then just kind of smooth it out real good, and there are the edges, and it's not perfect. This part right here, the plain part, is not even. It has a curve. You can see it in there, but if you put a ruler in there, it's a little light coming through. So you need to kind of fix this. The way to do it is you're gonna have to put it in a flat surface or a good cinder, and just sand this thing down real good. I don't have neither of that, so I'm very much using the way it is. But so anyway, so that's it. So to put it together, the blade, this for people that don't know, the blade goes like this. This goes on top of that, and you put it this way, and there, okay. You come from behind, not through the front, because otherwise you're gonna damage it. And it's just me, okay. Oh, here, another important thing. This edge right here, the edge right here, the edge of the blade, the cutting blade, it needs to be like in a little curve, okay. It can be straight up. If it's straight up, it ain't gonna work. The way you do that is when you sharpen it, you put a little bit on this side on the sharpening stone, and a little bit on this side on the sharpening stone, and you end up with a curve. I don't know exactly what degree is really not that much, but it has to have it because it works a lot better. Otherwise, it stuck itself into the wood on the edges. The more important thing too is this right here. This will tell you how your blade is sitting. Okay, if your blade is not sitting right, if you're running cutting half of this, like this right here, see? Half of it. This full thing, this is half of it. This will tell you how your blade is set up. if your blade is not coming out of this hole straight, all even, then you're gonna have bad cuts. You're gonna have pass through it like this, okay, or you're gonna have you know, very thin lines of it, or in this case right here, it's pretty thick area. Okay, not as big as the whole blade, but as you can see, this side is thinner than this side. So that tells you that your blade is not even. So, so those are the things to consider. This goes like this. Okay, for those people that don't know about it, this goes like this. The blade goes with this down and this up. Okay, this sits right here, almost like backwards. Okay, and I normally set it about 1 millimeter from the edge, all even, somewhere in there, and then I'm setting it on right here. So I only have one hand and I don't have a tripod, so this had to be done with both hands, or otherwise I might end up getting myself cut with it to set it up in there. So but anyway, that's the basic. You have the basics of what it is. The system comes with a, you know, the two things that I showed you before, the little box. Comes with a little manual, and I said it before they didn't, but actually it does. And it has a little pamphlet here with a little manual that tells you about the parts names, and the chip breaker. There we go. That's the name, the chip breaker. This is the chip breaker right here. Top one is the chip breaker, and so it tells you everything pretty much. It's only, I should tell you about the little one too. It's not much. It's just one, really, you get in one page. I'll give you some information about the sharpening. But that's it. So anyway, thank you all for coming to visit my channel, and like I said, let me show you again the box. This is a Harbor Freight box. This is the way to come. There is two. Okay, I got that one, and also the little bitty one right here, which, you know, like I said before, it's just like something, corners, whatever. And but this one, you know, you need to work on it. And of course, $20 compared to Stanley is $160, $200 for Stanley, maybe sometimes more. So, and this is, of course, the number 4 jack mini plane set. All right. Well, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.